Welcome to the PPFA SPS Fall 2020 Meeting Report. There are links in the meeting agenda to give more information on these subjects. I'm just giving updates where appropriate, and I am also here to answer any questions. As noted in the agenda, the Green Build Expo has been another casualty of the pandemic and is now going virtual, the virtual meeting being broken up into multiple sessions. Also note the date change for the primary event. PPFA has been participating and monitoring the Expo for decades now, and the changes will be interesting to witness. Here are the current series of meetings held before the virtual Expo. I have been chosen to present information at a water educational session with other members of the Water TAG Technical Advisory Group, where we can bring up the water age issues, pipe sizing, and programs like ASHRAE 514 to the attendees. Water age is an increasingly big problem, especially in green buildings, and especially since the pandemic. The shutdowns have left buildings idle for months, and some may not return to significant occupancy for the foreseeable future. The water in the building piping ages, loses disinfectant, develops corrosion products, disinfectant byproducts, and grows pathogens. Since we already have oversized piping systems with water-conserving features, it's important to flush your building systems now. People have been sickened or died from contact, ingestion to the potable water, especially from Legionella. As you know, PPFA has started a new round of LCA, life cycle analyses, covering more ground than our previous work. There is not much to update here. Athena, the vendor, is working with staff and supplying the new draft survey forms, which we already asked for a few improvements to after our review. Here are the current target products and materials for eventual EPDs, and as we mentioned, this is a larger net of products and materials than our previous work. The first step is to carry out the LCA, followed by reviews of that LCA, and then the decision to develop the shorter form EPDs, or Environmental Product Declarations. Here's a quick teaser of the first draft survey form in Excel. There are 8 tabs in the Excel sheet, covering a different series of inputs, so that the vendor can calculate the impacts of the products being studied. You may need multiple plant people to answer all of the questions found in the survey, and they should be allocated only to the products that we have decided to study. The data is confidential and should only be shared with the vendor. TEPFA, the European PPFA, has recently updated its own EPDs, mostly because of the updates to the resin database. They have exactly the same number of products, but obviously use different sizings and different materials such as gas piping and other products we don't have. If you are interested, however, they are online at TEPFA's webpage. Here are the areas I can give you a brief update on. Many of these have been delayed because of the pandemic. ASTM, especially E60, USGBC's LEED program, GBI's Green Globes, ASHRAE's 189.1 and 514, IATMO's We Stand, and we also had a member inquire about the Declare label. The ASTM physical meetings have recently all been halted, so we don't have much to say here. We continue to monitor and vote when needed on all ASTM meetings, but especially E60. The USGBC's LEED program has something of an advantage right now in that the meetings were already being held virtually. I am currently the vice chair of the Water TAG, the Technical Advisory Group, which allows me access to the main technical committee meetings. Ongoing development is still stalled a bit. The newest iteration, version 4.1, is out. In the water section, the changes were quite limited. Only the section dealing with water towers was altered significantly. Going forward, we are more interested in the quality of water and including the new leak detection devices. We want LEED to adopt consensus do no harm type standards like ASHRAE 514 and not some concocted third-party invention. USGBC is still very interested in having better alignment with the green codes like IGCC, which is being developed by ASHRAE 189.1. That will be the minimum green building standard, and they want LEED to neatly overlay those requirements, and that is not easy to do. A quick pivot for USGBC has occurred from the carbon health circular economy we reported to you just at the last SPS meeting to a new one, healthy people, healthy places, healthy economy. This was driven by the pandemic. COVID is certainly impacting everyone, including USGBC, as everyone is attempting to see where their programs fall short and issuing how to safely reopen and occupy building documents. This is also a water age problem. Green Globes has been released. It is now in continual maintenance. I am the GBI chair for the Water Committee. I'm also on the Point Allocation Group and the Materials Committee. Continual maintenance means there aren't set timelines for development, and proposals can be developed at any time by anyone, making for more meetings. Asking for subcommittee proposals for leak detection right now, for the smart and passive systems, and healthcare exceptions for fixture flow rates. ASHRAE 189.1 is developing the basis for the ICC's International Green Construction Code, or IGCC, and we are always in a fight over volume and length limits for hot water lines. Volume limits are more appropriate and show better performance for plastic piping systems like CPVC and PEX. As in the other systems, we are also asking for the smart leak detection devices to be included to the system. A task group has just been formed. ASHRAE is developing 514, although progress has been delayed by the pandemic. 514 takes off from the 188 standard. 514 will cover design and maintenance of building water systems to reduce hazards, but instead of just considering Legionella, it will cover a number of pathogens, thermal hazards, and chemical hazards like corrosion, disinfectant levels, and disinfectant byproducts. It will be an important standard to include in green building programs and will head off unusual third-party programs that could treat us unfairly. The IATMA WE stand is the water and sanitation standard. An interesting development will be how long hearings are remotely done, and I may learn that from attending these remote committee meetings. These are short days, but run over many more days than usual to limit participant fatigue as we slowly all go blind looking at our screens all day. It may be the future of hearings. We were asked to give a quick review of the Declare label program and its use in green building. Declare is a transparency ingredient listing third-party program. Unfortunately, the program contains a red list. The red list includes chlorinated polymers, even neoprene, organotins, chlorinated paraffins, wet-applied VOCs, and other materials. Living Building Challenge and LEED both accept this program for points. Things in the database include furniture, flooring, drywall, wire, insulation, and other materials. Note the points here are given for 20 permanent products in the building. There are 9 accepted ways to label in this program, one of them being the Declare program. So in summary, most programs are now in a continual maintenance phase. The changes are mostly evolutionary, editorial, or simplification for helping increase adoptions, not really sweeping changes. This might change due to the pandemic. PPFA has a video up on our YouTube channel which discusses some of the design and water quality issues. We invite you to go have a look. Thank you.